So what Brian's doing right now, he's disking. We were plowing earlier with this piece of ground. So this just breaks up the clods a little more, prepares the soil.
Do you need to do it like straight away after
Well, we
plowing?
try to do it as soon after as you can, because when you see the ground's all turned up like this and it's all brown looking, it has a lot more moisture in it. And as you see right here, it's very easy to break up. And you'll see this piece right next to it's an older piece.
Yeah.
And it's very dry and the clods won't break very well.
Oh, I see. So then right after this, you'll maybe rototill.
Yeah, we'll either rototill. We'll look at it, and we'll either rototill or we'll just furrow it out anyway without rototilling.
And furrowing makes it flat?
Well, the furrowing is what makes the rows.
Oh, it makes the rows. Got it.
That the water runs down.
Got it. And then how do you irrigate the soil here?
Well, we actually irrigate. It's all flood irrigation. We use siphon tubes. There's a ditch at the top end of the field. And we just start the siphon tubes when we get the water in the ditch, and it comes down the rows.
And where does the water come from?
A Salt River project.
Okay. So you ask it to bring the water, or the water's always just in the...
No, you actually call Salt River project, and they put the water in the system, and the system is just a big pipeline.
Oh, okay.
So, and then it comes out at the corner end of the field over there and into the field.
And then how long does it take to flood the field?
Well, we usually flood about 40 to 50 rows at a time. Okay. And we leave it on a set, or those 40 or 50 rows, for 24 hours. Okay. Just let it run really slow, soak into the ground. We don't actually run very much tailwater. We had some people from the city over here the other day. We were talking about tailwater and stuff, and they said we actually didn't put very much tailwater back in the system.
What is tailwater?
The tailwater is the water that'll run off of the field as you're irrigating. Yeah. As you're flooding the field, the water comes all the way through the field and to the end, and then runs down this little ditch, and it goes back into the system. Oh. Yeah. Okay. It goes back into like a secondary system. Okay, so they can choose to... Yeah, somebody else will irrigate from that system.
Okay, I see. And I mean, that really is the best option to water, doing the flood irrigation. I mean, you don't want to sprinkle or how,
No, we don't want to sprinkle. Drip irrigation is a very expensive system to put in for a bigger thing like this. If you just have like an acre or half acre or something like that, it's not quite so big a deal. But when you have bigger systems, it's very expensive to do. Right. It costs $250,000 or something for a piece of ground like this, very easy.
And flooding is even more efficient, like it works, I would imagine.
The flooding actually works pretty well. I know that some people consider flooding as sort of a waste, but when you consider that we only flood 4 times the tomatoes and the corn before we harvest them.
Oh, really?
It's not very many times.
No.
So that's so how many days is that? That's probably like once every 18 days is what it averages out to, 18 or 20 days. So.
And that's all you need, even in the heat here?
Yeah, that's all you really need. And like when it's even like the high point of the heat, probably every 2 weeks or something. It's like the shortest time that we'll actually do. But most of it ends up being 18 to 21 days. Okay. So it's not that much really.
And here's Brian again. Oh, I would be too.
You're thirsty? Yeah.
So since it's so hot, like 115 now, like what time do you guys quit?
We usually quit early. I think that they started this morning at like 5 o'clock. So it kind of depends. I think they're going to quit around 12 o'clock.
12 o'clock, yeah.
Sometimes they quit.
Here's Larry taking a break. So what does Larry do?
Larry chops weeds.
Chops weeds all day long?
All he does every day. He's been working here about 4 years now.
4 years? Wow.
Every day he comes to work, he chops weeds. That's our organic weed control.
Organic weed control, Larry.
Yeah.
Works hard, that's awesome.